Hello and welcome to Digital Goulash. My name is Chucky and today I'm going to be using Photoshop Elements 11 to create this great looking Christmas or holiday card from scratch. Let's get started. From the File menu, select New and Blank File. You can also use the Command or Control N depending upon if you have a Mac or PC. Enter a width of 8.5 inches, a height of 5.5 inches, and a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. Name your file Christmas or Holiday Card. Then press OK. Reset your default palette colors by pressing D on your keyboard. Double-click the background color palette. This one should be the white one. From the background color picker, select a blue or purple color. If you don't have a preference, type in 495 DFA. I will also have that number in the description. Press OK. From the toolbox, select the Gradient tool, or press G on your keyboard. At the bottom of the screen, press the Tools option. Ensure the foreground-background gradient is selected, the mode is in normal, opacity 100%, transparency checked, dither checked, and the linear gradient selected. While holding the Shift key on your keyboard, click, hold, and draw a line from the top of the image to the bottom of the image. If the Layers palette isn't visible, click Layers on the bottom of the screen. Click the New Layer icon, which I call the dog ear. It's located at the top of the Layers palette. This will create a transparent layer above your background layer. From the Edit menu, select Fill Layer. Select Foreground Color from the drop-down box and press OK. You can also fill your layer by holding down the Alt or Option key and pressing the Delete key. From the Filter menu, select Noise, Add Noise. In the Add Noise dialog box, adjust the amount to 80, Distribution Gaussian, and Monochromatic checked. Then click OK. The next point is really important because if you don't do it right, you won't make the noise go away. So, from the Filter menu, select Blur, then Gaussian Blur. In the Gaussian Blur dialog box, enter a radius of 1 pixel, then click OK. From the Enhance menu, select Adjust Lighting, and then Levels. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Command or Control L. In the Levels dialog box, enter the numbers 100, leave the 1.00, and 175. Press OK. Now we've reduced the noise and now it's beginning to look like stars. In your tool options, press the down arrow next to Gradient and select the black and white gradient. At the top of the Layers palette, click the Layer Mask icon. Click, hold, and draw a line from the bottom of your image to the top of the image. You've now masked a gradient onto your star field, so it looks like the sky is just a little bit light. In the Layers palette, click the New Layer icon, which I call the dog ear. Once again, that will add a transparent layer above your other two layers. From the Edit menu, select Fill Layer, select Foreground Color from the drop-down box, and press OK. Or you could try out your new keyboard shortcut, which is Alt or Option and Delete. From the Filter menu, select Render, then Lens Flare. Adjust the brightness to 75%, lens type 105mm prime, and move the white dot to the center of the box. Press OK. In the Layers palette, change the blending mode on Layer 2 to Screen. Select the Move tool or press V on your keyboard. Now you'll have the Move tool selected. Move the star, or what's going to become the star, to the location that you want. I place mine on the upper right-hand corner. From the toolbox, select the Brush tool or press B on your keyboard to get the brush. From the drop-down box where it says Brush, select Assorted Brushes. From the list, scroll down until you see Large Starburst. Adjust the brush size to 1300 pixels. Make sure the opacity is at 100%. Reset your default palette colors by pressing D on your keyboard, and then press X to swap it to make white the primary or the foreground color. Center your starburst brush over your star and tap once. The next part of this tutorial requires us to go on the internet, open a browser, go to Flickr, and search the Creative Commons for a silhouette. I'm using a silhouette from Glenna Barlow's, and it is a picture of a camel and a rider. Open a web browser and navigate to search.creativecommons.org. At the top, put in your search query, which in our case will be camel silhouette. Make sure that Flickr is selected. Click Search. Now once you navigate to the photo that you want, scroll down to the license. Right here it says Some Rights Reserved, and we want to be able to be sure that we can use this photo in some of our projects. So go ahead and click this, and it will tell you what you're free to do. Right here it says we can share this, copy, distribute, and transmit the work, and we can also remix it. That's the important one because we're only using a portion of this for our card. Under the following conditions, it says attribution. So as you can tell, I said thank you to Glenna for letting me use her image using the Creative Commons license. Next, click the magnifying glass with the plus in it. You'll be presented with this interface. Click on View All Sizes. Select the largest size you can possibly pick. It will load in your browser. Once it's finished loading, you can right-click and save the image as a JPEG. I'm going to save this one on my desktop. Once that's done, we can open it up in Photoshop Elements. From the Filter menu, select Adjust, then Threshold. Adjust the slider until your silhouette is well defined. I'm using a threshold of 111. Press OK. From the toolbar, select the Brush tool or press B on your keyboard. From the Brush drop-down, select Default Brushes. Adjust the size of the brush to 175 pixels. Click on Brush Settings. Make sure your hardness is adjusted to 100% and your roundness is set to 100%. Paint any of the unwanted black areas white. Now we have white selected already, so I am going to paint these areas white to get rid of them. Press X on your keyboard to swap colors to black and paint any of the unwanted white areas. From the Layers menu, select Duplicate Layer. Under Destination in the Document field, click the down arrow and select Christmas or Holiday Card, whichever one you used. Select OK. Now we need to jump over to our Christmas card by tapping on that tab, and you will see that that layer appeared above your last layer. From the Image menu, select Transform, then free transform. Or you can press your keyboard shortcut Command or Control T. Grab the corner handles and resize the silhouette image so that it covers the star field entirely. Tick the green checkbox. In the Layers palette, change the blending mode to Multiply. Now let's add some text. Go over to the Draw subsection and click on the Text tool. In your tool options, select a nice script. I've picked Edwardian script for mine. Choose 48 point for size. Click the down arrow next to color. Select a color that will go with your card. I've selected a cyan color. Under the justification options, click Center Text. Click on your image where you want your text to appear. Type in your greeting. Tick the green checkbox when you're done. Go to File, Save As. Under the format, go to JPEG and save it where you would like. I'm putting mine on my desktop and clicking Save. Under the JPEG options, you want to keep the quality at maximum. Once we're done, now we can take that JPEG, put it on a secure digital card or a USB thumb drive, or even burn it to a CD and take it to our local store that has a photo department and print our photo cards. That's it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my videos, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and pass my video on to your friends. Cheers!